What's up guys, my name is Jacob5 and welcome to a player comparison on Ultimate Team, and today we're going to be reviewing the future star Rasmus Hojlund and his player of the month card, also Rasmus Hojlund. With that being said, before we get into things, it'd be much appreciated if you're able to hit that like button down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. And in terms of all my socials, they're all linked down below so you can keep up to date with everything going on with the channel. If you've never seen a video like this before, Rasmus Hojlund has actually got two similar cards, so it's obviously kind of the case of which one to buy, which one is better, and so on. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We can be reviewing both cards and tell you who's exactly worth the money. In terms of the future star card that he's got 93 pace, 89 shooting, 81 passing, 87 dribble with 89 physical. He's got 8 play stars with a 4-star, 3-star weak foot, a medium-high work rate, and a controlled lengthy acceleration type. In terms of how much this card is actually worth, you're probably looking at about 100,000 coins on the market. Obviously, the market is fluctuating here and there, so it's obviously hard to predict what sort of price he'd be out, but you're looking from anything from 90k onwards. In terms of the chemistry style, I applied the engine, which applies the pace, the passing, and the dribbling. He's obviously got amazing passing at the same time, so you could look at something different possibly, and it also grades his pace and his dribbling, which is also a massive factor in terms of being a striker. As you can see on your screen right now, these are his detailed stats, and he's got so many good stats, to be honest. As a striker, he looks very complete, to say the least. In terms of his pace, high levels of pace there, 91 attack position, 93 finishing, 92 shot power, 99 short pass. You don't see that often on a striker. He's got decent agility also. Okay, I wouldn't say the base, but in case of being able to upgrade the dribbling, that's what you're looking at in terms of upgrading his agility and balance, which is always important. And he's definitely got high levels of physical stats. As I mentioned at the start of the episode, he's currently got 8 play stars and some very good ones at the same time. With having 8 playstars, he also has 2 main playstar pluses. If you're not aware what they actually are, they are his main playstars. So most players will have playstars in their cards, but obviously the playstar plus is a kind of more looked at. And the first thing that he does have is the first touch plus, and the second thing is the power shot. So them two things, so if they're highlighted gold, they're his playstar plus, and what that means is that it's an increased basically thing on that. So for argument's sake, if he had quick step and it was only in the white and then it got put into the gold, that would mean it's his playstyle plus, and that means it had been upgraded, and that was something that would be triggered when you're using in game. Something that's a little bit controversial, something that I don't really like, is power shot, to be honest. It's not something that I regularly use in game. If you do, fair enough. So I feel like it's a little bit wasted, as same as the first touch plus. I feel like that's a little bit wasted at the same time, but we're going to get into things and we're going to talk all about that as we look at the clips on what this man can do on the pitch. So when using this card, there's some big things to highlight, and the first thing is his pace. He's very fast on the ball. Obviously, he's got the quick step normal play style, but in terms of the actual going forward, he displays a very high levels of pace, which is always good to have as a striker. He's always enabled to get in front of goal and be in the best position possible. As you can see, Neto's on the ball currently, and Hojlund makes a perfect run there, as you can see. His touch is good, don't get me wrong, and that first touch kind of play style does come into things. I wouldn't say it's a massive factor, but it definitely comes into things. That is for sure. His dribbling is perfect. There's no getting the ball off of him once he's got the ball. It's like a magnet to his foot. He kind of twists left, he twists right. There's just no getting the ball off of him whatsoever. So very strong card on the ball, that's for sure. And talking about strength, his physical is unbelievable. Not being able to push him off the ball whatsoever. He's so strong. Obviously, you've got so many big centre-backs and wing-backs that are on the game these days that display a high level of defensive awareness, and that does not stop this man getting in front of goal and getting the goals that you need. In terms of the actual attributes that he has on the pitch, I would say he's a very good card to use. Nothing that it would be shy of getting a purchase of 100,000 coins, that is for sure. You can't pick many strikers up for 100,000 coins, but this man you definitely can. He's got 8 play stars, 2 main play style stars. He's got so many other different good attributes at the same time, and just look at that for a bit of class. He is not scared about getting in front of goal and doing it in style in the same time. But yeah, no, it's a very exciting card to use. I was a little bit wary of using him at the start, to be honest, because there's so many cards that have actually got decent stats, but when you get into game, they're just really poor. But that's definitely not what this card is, because he is absolutely phenomenal. In terms of power shot trait, I did actually try that out at one point, and it is very good. There's not many chances where you can actually involve that power shot trait, but it is very good. So if you do get a chance, definitely something to try, that is for sure, because it's definitely so powerful. And you can take a look at it there, thundering off the top corner there as it nestles into the back of the net. Very good goal from Rasmus Hojlund. But no, it's a very very complete card, to be honest. He offers so much on the pitch. Obviously, we noted at the start of the episode also about his passing. He's got 99 short passing with a high level of passing for a striker, which you normally don't see. He's able to go 1-2s in terms of being able to get it off to his teammates. Maybe it might work a little bit better if he were to play in a 2 and go from there. But yeah, it's definitely a highlighted factor in his game, that is for sure. There's not really a lot he can't do, to be honest. And it's very intriguing to see what he can and can't do, as I say. But there's not really a lot, to be honest. He can play it long, he can play it short, he can get in the area. He's got the physical ability to be able to get into the box and battle with the defender at the same time. He's got such good dribbling ability to allow himself in goal. And there's just no stopping him, to be honest. He's predominantly a left footer, so yeah, it's very interesting to see. I mean, for 100,000 coins, you're looking at a very, very all-rounded striker. As I say, he's a left footer. Even on his right foot, he's still very strong. And yeah, this is definitely a card to look out for if you were to use Rasmus Hojlund in terms of his future stars. His next card that I looked at was his player of the month. This has been newly released after his future stars card. If you wanted to obtain this card, you're currently looking at doing the brand new SBC. Currently requires an 86 rated squad with a team in a week card amounting to about 78,000 coins on the market. So about a 20k difference already before we get into things. But this is the card: 93 pace, 88 shooting, 72 passing, 86 dribble and 88 physical. He has a high work rate of a 4-star, 4-star and 2 different playstyles. One less but 2 different playstyles in terms of his plus. Notable factors: he's got he's got a -1 on the other card, and the only notable thing is the passing. He's different in the work rate, so he's actually more defensive than attacking because he's a high. And apart from that, everything is pretty much the same. In terms of chemistry style, I'd apply something like a Hawk or an Engine again, to be honest. And as you can see by his attribute details, the agility and the balance is quite low, so the Engine would bump that up. So I'd probably stick with the same chemistry style. If not, if you were wanting a change, I'd definitely go to a Hawk. These are his detailed stats then, and as you can see, there's some notable factors, but there's not really much of a difference, to be honest. And we're looking at a 20k coin difference. Not a lot, don't get me wrong, but it's a little bit different with this card being an SBC and the other card being able to purchase on the market. Do you just put the fodder that you've got from your club and you don't spend any money, or do you spend the coins that you have in the club if you were to have them? Notable factors, as I say, is pretty much the same in all honesty. There's not much different. You wouldn't look at that and go, oh no, the other one's really better. There's definitely not any marginal factors about this card which I really like. Here are his playstyles then. He's got 7 playstyles, as I mentioned. He's got the power shot, he's got the power header, he's also got the passing ping pass, he's got the ball control, which is the rapid flare and the flare, He's got the physical stats of the quick step plus and the aerial plus. Now, these are 2 playstyles with playstyle pluses that I really enjoy using in strikers. And this where we have that little bit of a different take on why this card might have a slight advantage compared to the last one. Quick step plus is always a good thing. He's got 93 pace already, so if you upgrade his pace in terms of chemistry style and you have this, you're looking at one fast striker, that is for sure. Once he kicks into gear, there's no stopping him, that is for sure. And he's also got the aerial flex, so he's also got, bearing in mind, he's got good physical stats. He's a very tall striker himself also, so with having that, and if you're one to cross it into the box, this might be the card for you. You just never know. But let's go into the clips and let's talk about him in more detail. And as I said, there's not really many factors about this card that you'd really notice in game. I was using them one after the other. I didn't actually notice any point in time where this card was worse or off. His work rates do not get involved in terms of the high. I don't feel like he drops back anymore. His attacker position is perfect. He's always in the right place at the right time. He's got high levels of pace. The quick step plus kicks into gear in terms of the pace also. So if anything, he actually feels a little faster, even though he's got the -1. And then obviously in case of basically you've got a less on a stat, I don't feel like that really gets involved also. I mean, the other chemistry style being the aerial threat, any time that you cross it into the box, he's winning that header. There's no stopping him whatsoever, and that's the thing I like. He's always there on corners and he's always there on crosses, and as you can see in that moment in time, that little bit of burst of pace, I just, in some points on the future star card, I didn't really feel that. So yeah, maybe even an advantage that was given, I'm not too sure. But yeah, overall this is a very complete card. Once again, he can score, he can pass, he can push players off the ball, he can link up with teammates really well. And as far find it a really enjoyable card to use at the same time. Again, another card with high stats that lives up to the expectations at the same time. I feel like the case of where obviously he hasn't got the playstyle pluses in terms of the first touch and the power shot, you don't really see that in this card whatsoever. He's got very good first touch, and I'd say the power shot is a little bit irrelevant if you weren't to use it. So if it's not something that you actually use yourself, you feel like you're only actually having one playstyle plus at the time. So yeah, it's just one of those. I might not be the only one that doesn't use it, but there might be other people that use it at the same time. So I might be completely wrong in what I'm saying, and you're probably clicking off this video thinking this guy has got no clue, or you might be watching this right now thinking, do you know what, this guy's actually got a reason to why he's saying what he's saying. But yeah, this is a very good card, and we're getting it for less money at the end of the day. He's not tradable, so if this is a card that you're not going to use in the future, or there's another card or there's an upgrade, obviously he's going to be stuck in your squad. So you can use him for fodder. He's a high rated player at the same time if you wanted to do so, and if you've got it, technically you're not actually spending any money on this card. So I feel like it's a win-win at the same time. We don't get many SBCs that link up the way that they do, and for the cheap coins that we've actually got, most of the time they come with a massive price tag, and it puts you off actually doing the SBC itself. As I said, only an 86 squad and a team of the week player, so it's all it takes to be able to complete this card, and he can do everything that the future star card can do at the end of the day, and that's the fun part about it. As I say, there wasn't any point in time where I was using this card and I was thinking, do you know what, its future stars is better, because it's not. It's simply not. There's no possible way. If anything, they're the same, so you might as well actually take the one that's got a few less stats and put his chemistry style on. You've got two better playstyle pluses in my opinion, and you've spent less coins. That's the best part about it. And as I say, and if you've got the players in your club, then you've definitely got a win-win situation on your hands. There's no doubt about it, this is a usable card in game right now. Bearing in mind we're deep into Ultimate Team now, there's plenty of cards about, there's plenty of people to stop this man in his tracks, and it just didn't seem doable at the time in game. So yeah, it was definitely an exciting card to use, and as you can see, that is the man that I'm going to be choosing. I would like to use the Player of the Month card over the Future Star card. Let me know if you've used both of them, and let me know if I'm just completely talking rubbish, or if you actually believe that, no, do you know what, you actually are right in what you say, because when you weigh up the options in terms of he's got better playstyle plus, he's a cheaper card, he's only got -1 on less stats compared to his passing, and to be honest, I don't feel that's a big noticeable factor, because you don't really use your striker for passing. Yes, you want him to create short passes, but he's got high short passing, and he's got 89 short passing, and yes, he's got 99 on the Future Star card, but do you really see that? Do you ever use that card and go, no, I noticed a difference? But if you do, let me know, and that's what this channel is about. It's all about discussion and everything else. But yeah, it was a really exciting card to use. As I say, I would choose the Player of the Month card purely because it's cheaper, you have better play styles. I feel like the actual -1s on the stats you don't see a difference in, and it's definitely a usable card today in FC24. But with that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Please like and subscribe for more content just like this one, and don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers!